This is the Lamborghini Gallardo, the car that screams, "I just sold my business," or "I'm compensating for something." And today we're going to find out if this Italian V10 monster is actually worth all the noise, or if it's just an Audi in a Halloween costume. A costume, by the way, that looks absolutely phenomenal. The colors, the sharp angles, the over-the-top design. It all demands attention and has enormous road presence. Born in 2003 and dragged through until 2013, the Gallardo was Lamborghini's baby bull. The entry-level car for people who wanted to go fast, look rich, and maybe crash into a coffee shop in Monaco. But what powers this incredible supercar? Well, 5.2 liters of naturally aspirated V10 Fury, a symphony of pistons that sounds like Zeus gargling Red Bull and screaming at his ex. This was made in the era where car manufacturers weren't being held back by several restrictions. They were free to do as they'd please. Which is also why the Lambo's MPG figures were nothing short of terrible. You're lucky to get even 10 miles per gallon out of one of these. I guess this is what the car community refers as smiles per gallon. As for the power figures, the Gallardo produces anywhere from 500 to 570 horsepower, depending on the year, spec, and how many times it's been thrashed on a runway by YouTubers who say, "Bro, too much." The throttle? Touchy. The brakes? Exist. The gearbox? If you've got the E-gear, congrats. You've basically bought an exotic car with a robot from 2005 trying to shift for you. But listen, the second you hit the throttle, everything is forgiven. Let's be real. You don't buy a Gallardo because it's sensible. You buy it because it makes noise, it looks like a spaceship, and it turns more heads than a guy in a Lambo jacket yelling, "Do you know how much this costs?" Here's the best part. These things are cheap. Well, Lambo cheap, if that term even exists. You can pick one up for 70K to 90K depending on the spec, and if the previous owner didn't service it using YouTube tutorials. And it's important to remember, it's still a full-blown supercar. Do you prefer the manual? Well, it's rare and rising in price faster than crypto before a scam. Or do you prefer the Spider? Loud and sexy. The choice is all yours. There are several examples for sale in the current market. Should you buy one? Hell yes, if you've got the guts. The Gallardo is raw, loud, and not built for soft people. This ain't a Porsche. This ain't some plush GT cruiser. This is a middle finger to society. The Gallardo is like a wild animal. You don't own it. You just feed it, scream with it, and hope it doesn't bite you back. And honestly, that's exactly what a Lambo should be. The extreme nature of the Gallardo also carries on to the interior. This is where you'll find yourself sitting, wondering, what on earth am I driving? The low seating position, the overload on luxury materials, and the engine sound will make you question if you've entered a spaceship by accident. And once you do turn the engine on, there is very little sound insulation, meaning you'll either turn deaf with a smile on your face, or you'll be holding onto your eardrums all the way to the hospital. But don't worry, you'll get there very quickly. Powering the Gallardo is a 500 horsepower engine, a V10 by the way it should be done, and you'll be smashing past 60 miles per hour in 4 seconds, all the way to a top speed of 200. Yet, the build quality is top tier. This is mainly because the Lambo shares more than a handful of parts with Audi. Just don't tell your mechanic I told you that. In this part of the video, I usually talk about the color options available. But for the Lamborghini Gallardo, there's only really 2 colors you should opt for. Either the black, to look like Batman, or the iconic Lambo yellow, the best color, by far. Moreover, this color is highly visible and stimulating to the human eye, making it a great choice for a brand that wants to be noticed. It accentuates the sharp lines and aggressive angles of the Gallardo's design. In essence, it's the perfect color for this untamed beast. And with that, we come to the end of the video. Smash that like button if you like Italian noise and chaos. Drop a comment below if you take the Gallardo over a Huracan. And subscribe, or I'm taking this V10 and revving it outside your house.